up from your snooze. Come get with the crew. You know who it is, what it is, what we do. It's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, it's the crew, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the crew. Oh yeah, it's time to snooze, join the crew. We got news, we got tunes. We gon' hit you with the truth. We ain't like them other dudes. All the glory to Jesus, cause of him we making moves. Oh yeah, we done found our groove. You can come get with it too. It's the crew.
So Lecrae is blocked by Shaolin. When did you find that out that day?
Nah, I found out a while back. I just hadn't thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what it was. It was something. It was a long time ago, and I was like, I guess he had tweeted something, and I couldn't read it, and I was like, oh, this shit blocked me. You done blocked me, man. And so I was like, I saw that Derek had said something smart back to it shows you who tweeted it, and I was like, oh, I want to read this, but homie blocked me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so, you know you got people feeding it to you. You already know you got people.
I saw them. They was in the comments like, check it out. I said, oh, okay, well there we go. But you know what, man? I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I just feel like I think Shy is sincere. He's passionate about what he believes, but historically we just haven't seen eye to eye on certain values that I think it's you know, I understand we should be led by biblical values, and some of my hood values are biblical to me. You know, this hood value to me is like, yo, before I say something about you publicly, I'm gonna hit you. Yeah. And that's just a hood value that I have. To me, I feel like it's a biblical value. You know, go to your brother, you got a problem with him. Yeah. That didn't happen to me. I just heard music come out or tweets come out. I'm like, dang, you got my number, big dog. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what stirred up the dissension initially. But for me, it's all good, man. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, end of the day, we're gonna live together in heaven forever. So you know, it's petty stuff to me. But if he want to sit down and talk, I'm always down to sit down and talk. To me, it's like, that's just the thing that bothered me. If you disagree with me, cool. Lots of people disagree with me, but I counted you as a brother and a friend. And homies don't just be reckless with the talking and the tweeting and all that type. At least how I grew up. You know, you hit
and diss tracks.
That's what I'm saying. Like you hit somebody. He wouldn't call that a diss track though. So
no, it's not. It's not. He was just pointing out that people in Triple E's camp cause confusion, and you know, that's not a diss. You know, hey.
I took personal with him saying we didn't carry the crossover.
Right.
You know, that was that's what I took issue with. But what's really frustrating to me is that, like, you know, my kids listen to the music, my wife, it's like people finding out in the family, and it's like, yo, what is this? And I'm like, man, this is crazy to me, bro. You could have hit me up, bro.
So when your kids hear that, did it, you know, there was some MAGA rapper that came after you that we're not going to name on the show.
Kids ain't allowed to listen to no nonsense. So the music got to be good. First of all, the music got to be good before I let my kids.
So, I mean, you being a dad and you being a husband, when they kind of hear that stuff, I mean, how does that make you feel? I mean, the humanism of Lecrae, like, how does that make you feel when you have to kind of explain to your family kind of what's going on?
Well, the thing about it is family's always gonna be on the defense because they know all the ins and outs of you, and they know you're not a jerk 24/7. They know you're not just a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you failed in a moment, but they've seen you over time. So they, like, in their mind, it's like, what you coming from my daddy for? Like, what's wrong with you? You know, so their brain is always like, these people are crazy. You know, that's just what their brain thinks. They don't even know you. Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's more stuff. It ain't really nothing I got to explain to them. If anything, I have to explain to them more so, like, to not be angry with these folks and to not, like, you know, want to be retaliate type of stuff. It's like, that's not good godly character. You know what I'm saying? So,
and, you know, one of the things that we've noticed is that you've been a lot more peaceful. Like for some reason over the past couple years, for one, Lecrae has gotten a lot more petty. For number two, one thing that you used to do, you didn't used to respond to people. You used to didn't give your energy. Now it seems like you've gotten to a place like, I'm not just going to let you say whatever you want to about me, you know, online. But at the same token, like in your interviews, when you speak, you definitely seem a lot more peaceful. How did that come about? Like, where did that start for you?
Therapy. It's just straight up and down. Like, go to therapy, man. It just, you know, you got to work out. Like, the way I grew up was so traumatic that, you know, I'm lashing out with some of the trauma that I grew up with. So that's a lot of it that you just trying to, you know, when everybody's coming against you, you got to remember, like, I'm sure people come against people all the time, but I feel like for the last 10 years, it was just like, yo, it was nonstop. It's like I couldn't do no right. You know what I'm saying? It was wild to me. So for me, I just had this chip on my shoulder, just like, you know, all right, cool. Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it drove me further and further away from what God intended for me to be. And I think, you know, that mindset of, well, my daddy left me, shoot, if it's cool, I was fine. And all y'all want to act funny, I'm cool. And I think therapy just helped me see, like you lost another one. Like I'm above that. I'm beyond that. I can grow past that. And it's like, man, y'all over here talking nonsense. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're probably miserable at home and you ain't got nothing else better to do with your life. I'm going to give you these bars and then I'm going to go sip a pina colada with my wife. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? It is like done.
Jesus and Hennessy go good together.
So, man,
go ahead.
At closing, kind of coming to a close to this, at what point, Lecrae, do you say, you know what? I've given myself to the space as much as I can. At what point do you say, yo, I think it's time to hang up that jersey and kind of fall back?
This was crazy, bro. It's like, I really felt like restoration was the end of the road, you know, because it was like, man, I don't have the energy to be doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, it's just like this. People don't understand the stress of making an album. Like when you're competing against yourself internally. So it's like, how I'm gonna beat Blessings, how I'm gonna beat I'll Find You, how I'm gonna beat Anomaly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the stuff you, and I'm like, man, this is stressful trying to put these pieces together. But what's funny is making Church Clothes, I'm not trying to compete with nothing. I'm just having fun making music. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'll enjoy this when there's those little stressors. So part of that was probably being signed to a major label and having to deal with all of that extra stuff. This is just, I'm just enjoying myself, having fun. So I don't know. I think when I'm not dope, you know what I'm saying? When I'm whack, then it's like, oh, it's time to sit down. Like, that ain't it. But I still feel like, you know, I got a little bit of juice in the tank and I want to remain relevant because if I stay relevant, then I can highlight other people. You know what I'm saying? If people are paying attention to me, they'll pay attention to me with a Wande. They'll pay attention to me with a Few or John Keith or Scooty or whoever, you know what I mean? So it's like staying relevant in that way, man. But I feel like I'll probably just be like Jay-Z. It'll come a time where I won't make no albums, but I'll probably drop songs here and there, and then I'll always try to big up the next generation.
Well, trust me, with that first lady put our first lady on the playlist,
hey, I was just having fun with it. I really did. That was 15 minutes. Just put it all right, cool, we got it. You know what I'm saying?
That boy still spitting that fire.
That's what we talked about. We did a gas fire pass. I called the song Gas. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. But hold on. But I said that I think it's amazing that you know how to turn it on when you need to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh, you know, Lecrae can't rap anymore. Lecrae done lost his stuff. But then you hear the Blessed Up remix and you're like, yo, he slid. Right. Like, so yeah, definitely staying relevant, man. So we really appreciate you for stopping by the show, man. Again, like I say, man, this was on our bucket list, and hopefully, you know, we can get you back once you actually drop Church Clothes 4. Appreciate you for joining the show, man.
The show.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, man. It is your boy Jay.
And this is Chris.
And it's on.